Views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning and welcome to Guardian Radio AM. Today is Wednesday, January 28th. It's a little after 11 o'clock in the morning. And once again, this is C.A. Newry, and I shall be your host for today. When I was younger, I used to have issues. Few people know that because I'm a good kid. When I was younger, I wanted to go off to school. But I had a little guidance because, I come from the inner city. And I didn't know what an associate's degree was, what a bachelor degree was. I didn't even know how to get a scholarship, when you needed someone to just guide you, just to mentor you, just to say, I believe in you, you can do this, right? Sometimes I was bullied and I said, I need someone to talk to. And I found that the school I attended had something called guidance counselors. Right? That was a big thing. I used to go inside my guidance counselor office and sit almost all day. I know it made me feel special. Sometimes just strut through the day and say, I can make it. I can make it. Today, I have the Bahamas Association of School Counselors in studio. I have the vice president and the president in studio. I have Miss Jania Pratt-Ramming, who is the president, actually, and I have Miss Tiffany Barr, who is the vice president. But I noticed that their name is different. It's not guidance counselors anymore. No. And I say, y'all do guidance counselor work because I know what a guidance counselor is because I used to stay in the office. So I said, come on, now you got to explain what is a school counselor, how is it different from a guidance counselor, and then we can talk about all kind of different things because this is important, because there are a number of kids who need that extra support. They leave home with things on their shoulders and say, I need to go to school and I can't concentrate. And it takes someone, a professional, to unpack all of that and tell them it can be okay. Yes. We will help you make it okay. And we'll give you the services and provide you with the services to make sure that you are okay. And some people need inspiration of, what can I do post-graduation? And you are those special people. I even know you all had a whole association, a whole network of just guidance counselors throughout the whole Bahamas. I want to hear about that too. But first of all, I want you to also introduce your vice president properly for me. Yes. I'm talking to Miss Pratt-Ramming now, right? The President Pratt-Ramming. And then explain to me what a school counselor is and the difference between a guidance counselor. And then we'll move on with the narrative after that. Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you so much, C.A. Newry, for having us on show today. I am Jamia Pratt-Ramming, guidance counselor with the Ministry of Education and the president of the Bahamas Association of School Counselors. I've been serving now in schools for 20 years from K to 12. With me is my vice president, Tiffany Barr. She was my professor at Success Training College, and then we came to work together in guidance, and she's been serving in guidance for 25 years. So we have a gamut of experience, and we are the Bahamas Association of School Counselors, not guidance counselors, more than just guide. Our responsibility stems across the academic, the social, personal, the career domains to ensure that children are getting the support, like you said, and they are also being able to have a professional help them unpack all that they may be coming with.
You use the word professional.
Yes, professional.
And I need to understand, and especially my listening audience, when you say professional, you mean you go to school for this?
Yes.
And explain me a typical guidance counselor's like curriculum vitae, what they need to have in order to be a guidance counselor.
Okay.
I keep on saying guidance counselor. Forgive me. I can get the school counselor soon.
It's all right.
I can embrace the word.
It's okay. To be a guidance counselor, school counselor, you have to have a master's degree.
Oh.
They bring on persons who have a bachelor's, but with the understanding that within 3 years, you need to have the master's degree because your bachelor's degree is only in psychology, sociology, related area. But school counseling itself is a specific discipline because it requires understanding therapy and talk therapy specifically within the school environment. Understanding your role as an educator, but also that you are a counselor.
Explain that as an educator, your school counselor is an educator too?
Yes, in a sense that we do classroom guidance sessions. So we have set time dedicated where we go into the classroom and we talk about personal social issues. We talk about career. We talk about jobs. We talk about hygiene. We talk to our kids about awareness days, AIDS awareness or cancer awareness, to give them the understanding that there's so much more going on in the world than just reading and math.
And I appreciate that. My child went to a private school. So I'm used to that private school education have a school counselor on staff.
Yes.
And now you go into a public, being from the public school realm, right? I'm pleased to know that you exist. So are there school counselors in every school?
We have over 130 school counselors for the public system across the country. And then an additional, I want to say about 35 private school sector. As the association, we represent all counselors. So our membership body is comprised of public and private school counselors.
And we could talk more about this association soon and later on in the show, because I didn't know you'll have, like I said earlier, that you have a network of counselors, that you come together to share information and with the best practices and make sure everybody's on the same accord. And that's wonderful, because I'm not sure, because there are times you think that people just working independently of everything, especially when you go into a private school. They shape their own concept and whatever happens there. But you have a program that every counselor must follow, or follow enough. Okay.
Yeah, so within the public school system, we actually have a whole counseling curriculum.
Okay, you need to talk about that.
That the guidance counselors are encouraged, and we use as our guide on how our classroom guidance, our individual sessions, our group sessions should be structured and should look.
What you mean by curriculum, though? You got to step me through it so I can understand. I come to school. I know there's a guidance counselor department or school counselors department. You'll have your own office.
Yes. Well,
right?
Most of us have our own office.
Right? And how are you infused in the everyday school curriculum? You have special days that you do awareness programs. But I know some schools where either school shut down and say, well, we're having activities that relates to counseling type things. Or they say shut down. The guidance counselor come into the classroom and say, well, this whole period, we just talking about this.
Well, what we do, we come underneath the principal. That is our immediate supervisor on site, right? So we all have times that we work across for the classroom guidance sessions. That's separate from our individual counseling sessions when we meet with students one-on-one. Your program is planned from the beginning of the school year. For those of us, maybe you set it from the year before, the ending of the last school year. So your administration already knows what's happening in the new school year, what guidance would like to do with their permission. So they already know that there are some days, for example, we are heavily invested in talking about conflict and peace. So last September, we would have had our peace campaign, and all schools across the nation, public schools, took part. So these are things that are already on the calendar that the principals, the administrators are already expecting to see. So we're just going in there and we are providing information for our students, being a resource for our teachers, being a support for our parents. And that requires a strategic plan. You can't go in there today and say, I'm just going to sit in this office and see what happens, because the day will get away from you. So as a professional, doing the guidance counseling as your master's, doing school counseling as your master's time, how much % of your time should be in direct student contact, indirect in terms of meetings, how much time you should spend in individual counseling sessions. And then that is how we ensure that our craft is being executed, appreciated.
You mentioned being a resource for parents.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to slow the conversation down, right? I'm a parent.
Yes.
I have a child has issues.
Yes.
Right? How do I get to reach a school counselor for help? I said, man, I need help. This child, wayward. I don't want to kill the person, right? I want you to help me help them. How does that happen, though? How do I reach you all?
As a parent, you come to the school and you ask to speak with the counselor.
Does
Set
work?
up a meeting. Yes, it does. Come right to the office and you say, I'd like to speak with the counselor. Generally, if they're available you get to speak to the counselor. If not, they'll take the number and call you back. So it all depends. It's actually very easy to speak with a counselor. So you just have to go in and make it known that you would like to speak to a counselor.
I always thought what the counselor does was in school issues, not out of school issues. Like if I have issues at home, I'm trying to say home now.
So if you're having home issues and there are things that you'd like to share with me for me to assist as can, then that's something that I can handle with your permission.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that's happening external and I need to steer you in the direction of support, whether that be social services, whether that be community counseling and assessment center, we have institutions like family medicine, and then we have David Allen that has the family group. There's different programs that's going around nationally that if we can't handle what it is that you're talking about, we can guide you on someone that we have worked with in the past who can.
So, stepping back again, just trying to make sure my listening audience appreciate what a school counselor does. Now, what if I'm one of those new age parents, right? I had my child young. So I'm not used to school counselors. I don't know what you actually do, right? But I know I need support. But I didn't know that you exist to give me the support. What all, in general, can you list a type of things that you typically can address that listening audience may not know? So, you all do that too? Oh, I'm dealing with that now, so let me go make a phone call now. Okay. That they wouldn't have known.
So school counselors deal with any form of counseling that does not require medical intervention. So anything that talk therapy can assist you with in terms of personal social issues. So if you're having issues related, let's say to drugs, that's something that we refer to severity of the situation. But when we're talking about parents who may just be struggling with, they don't know what to do now, the child is getting ready to graduate, what should be the next step? We do career counseling. We may have persons that the student is failing. They don't understand or what to do or how to help. We go about trying to assist with finding if there are free tutoring services, if there are programs at school that we could try and help them get into. If the child needs testing, we're responsible for doing the first level of observations and then doing the referrals to our counterparts at the school psychological services, or guiding you to say, okay, what's happening? Maybe you need to take him back to his doctor and have the doctor do a referral to whether it's CCAC or mental health or the Department of Health. So we provide the information to guide the parent as much as we can. And if it's a talk therapy kind of situation, if it's something that we can work through to help the child understand cognitively how change can make it better in terms of their behavior, that's what we do.
I know some parents who have special needs children, and they haven't accepted the fact that their child has challenges. They send their child normally, say, you're going in grade 1, you're going in grade 2, and I want you socially promote my child. You won't put them back with the parent to say, Miss Parent, I need to have a conversation with you because this is what your children needs to be is going through, and you need to address. Do you have that type of conversation?
The thing is, we have to ensure that we're not the medical professionals, but we can make observations and suggestions and then schedule the testing. The parent then has to decide to take the child for the testing. We can't force it. So we have the conversation that maybe Johnny needs a little bit extra help, and we need him to do this so we could know how to help him. Sometimes the parents take them, sometimes they don't.
Are the school counselors different for primary school, high school, junior school, or they just you train? You're professional. You just put in any school there. You train.
As long as you're a school counselor, you can be put to work from K preschool to 12.
What about the family island? You all have school counselors on the family island?
We do.
Every family island? Yours leave out Acklands, and I just trying to make sure Acklands getting dealt with.
Not every family island.
I'm watching you.
But there is a virtual counselor that is responsible for assisting all of those family island schools that do not have a counselor.
Explain that.
Okay, so nowadays, if everything good, they call you back and they say, oh, everything looks good. You don't have to go back in for that second visit, right? So with virtual counseling, it would be set up where you can have regular sessions with the guidance counselor responsible for virtual. And for all of the schools that are not assigned a counselor, or they may not be a counselor on their island.
Okay. Okay, I understand that. So I'm going to do it before I transition to your week of activities, because you're having a consulars week, and then you're having a consulars day and celebration. I can let you explain that soon. You work closely with the teachers, because the teachers are it's like front of the house. They first responders. They watch your child and say, "Hey, I need to address this." Yes. So tell me how that process goes about a teacher teaching, and they say, "Hey, my child or their child who they're teaching has some issues they got to deal with, to address, especially with education and learning, or something they notice when happening at home, the quietness, How does that process go about?"
Well, I'm going to go back to the fact that we said it's a professional relationship. So we ensure that the teachers know that you are the front line, what it is that you observe. All teachers also do special education as a part of their training. So they notice things that having the child every day. So they may make a recommendation or send us a referral. And most things come to the counselor by referral. It isn't just I'm walking down the hallway and you say, "Oh, I need you to check on Jimmy." You have to complete a referral. So you refer to the counselor.
Explain that. What you mean complete a referral?
It's like
you get ready to report?
It's more of my document to say that you've asked me to look into how best to assist this child, so that you can make note of what you've observed. And it's not just you saying it to me, but me being able to call back. Because remember, well, we haven't said it, but counselors, you may have a counselor in a school of 600 children. So if you mention to me to check on John Brown, I may not remember that. So completing the referral ensures that I have documentation that I can go back to ensure that gets dealt with.
Okay. You mentioned that school counselors is more than just being a guidance counselor, right? And you mentioned also that you help kids in terms of getting scholarships or seeking the right path to get a particular type of education, right? Right schools, bringing in specialists to come in, career day. Now we're talking from a public school, because I know the private school have all them kind of resources because people pay in money, right? And then public schools tend to be limited, but public schools get a lot of scholarships. How do you assist kids with getting scholarships to go abroad? I won't go foreign. I mean, I'm saying that they can't go local to institutions, right, to education, but I won't go foreign. How do you assist on helping my child to go to foreign?
As a counselor, primary school to straight up to high school, we do career days. We do we bring in colleges to talk to our students. We have series, for example, there's a series that runs virtually where the counselors set up viewing rooms, like a watch party, and the students get to come in, listen to a college representative talks about what their schools have to offer. It's my job to help guide you towards finding the institution that has the program that you want. Oftentimes that requires you knowing what you like. So we do interest assessments. We give you different little, they're like quizzes, but they're basically going to pull out what you're good at, what you're interested in. And then we look at careers that map on to those interest assessments to ensure that you have a clear understanding of what it is you like to do, so that when you're looking at jobs, you can pick a job that you're going to end up falling in love with, not just something that you're going to end up doing for the rest of your life. So we look at what you like, what you're good at, and then we look at careers that map onto those likes based on your personality.
Whose job it is school? I had no idea what a junior college was.
Okay.
I had no idea what's the difference between an associate degree and a bachelor's degree. Of course, a master's degree was out of my mind, right? I didn't have no idea what a polytechnic means, right? And technical and whatever it is. I didn't even know what the word vocational means, right? Whose job it is to explain all those things?
That would be the guidance counselor. As President Ramming said, we go into the classroom, we talk about career and college readiness. And so through that, we prepare the students and let them know, explain to them the different terminology of this is a bachelor's degree, this is how many years you need to go to school to achieve the bachelor's degree. Whether you are good with your hands, then we let you know that there are technical schools that you can apply to. And so we explain to them what is a technical school, how many years you may need to go to that technical school, and the certificate that you will get or receive from the technical school. So it is the counselor's job to explain that to the students.
And will the counselor help you fill out the forms too? Because I didn't know how to fill out the form either.
Yes, we do help students fill out college applications. We also help them fill out job applications. There are some students who may not be able to go to college after high school, and so they may be applying for a job, and so we assist them in getting job ready.
What about soft skill, job readiness, filling out applications, resume? Do y'all do that too? You have a resume day?
We have, generally that'll be something we'd focus on class by class, because a resume day means that all of the children are coming to me one time, and I can't specifically look at that. But there are, when we go into the classroom and we talk about career readiness, we talk about the resume or the curriculum vitae, we talk about appropriate dress, we talk about the conversation, we talk about the skills that employers are looking for in today's worker, what they're looking for, what they need. And we also do demonstrations in terms of the digital forms, filling out a College of the Bahamas or a BTVI application, completing the various college applications, or maybe it's something as simple as running through a police record request through the portal. So it all depends on what it is that our students need, looking at our needs and number of students who are technical based. So we know that they're interested in like a BTVI school. We also map for them or tell them, give them an idea of what the salary is going to look like. Because we have some persons think that doctors, lawyers, and accountants make the most money.
Yeah, I think so. No?
No, during COVID, who was the ones that had the jobs?
The cooks?
The plumbers.
And the plumbers. I can't afford that plumber. They say $80 just to come.
Okay, so technically we put the comparison together so that they can see what a doctor is going to make after their 8 years of schooling. You will be working after 6 to 2 years of training, depending on the level that you go to. And by the time is that doctor finished school and is in debt, you may have over $200,000 saved if you can manage your money properly.
Where you was when I was in school?
I was probably not here.
Yeah. Okay. I want to ask this. The school environment, in particular the public school system, has a number of different type of kids. And I can be explicit, right? We have kids who are transitioning in to get Bahamian citizenship. Kids who cannot take advantage of scholarship opportunities because they're in transition to be Bahamian. That Bahamian trip. How does the guidance counselors, school counselors assist with that in terms of my mommy or daddy don't speak English? So they don't know what this form you're saying. I need to apply to see if any scholarship I can take advantage of. Do you assist with those type of people?
Now, I'm going to say here that we have that problem across public and private.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, we have a number of individuals working in our country from other countries, French.
But they must have money.
That's okay. They have
working
money,
class
but they
people.
still can't get the scholarships.
Okay.
So that is a problem for both sides. But we do document days for some of our schools where our children have that issue to ensure that they know you're going to need that national insurance. You're going to need a police record. You're going to need your birth certificate. How to go about these things. And we invite the parent to come in so that the conversation can be had. We have such a diverse population that we often have teachers on staff who speak Creole. So if we can't speak Creole, then we pull in one of our colleagues and be like, hey, man, I need to get this child straight and I need your help. So we would organize the time when they're available, the parent is available, and we can have the conversation. When it comes to scholarships, we look at university that's offering that international. It doesn't matter if you in the Bahamas, but not Bahamian. You're international according to those universities.
So it's possible.
For scholarships to international students, they may not be able to apply for the Bahamas government scholarships, but we can still assist them on that international scholarships that the colleges offer. Because for them, it doesn't matter if you are in the Bahamas and from the Bahamas. That doesn't come before their scholarship. You are an international. Once you have a passport to get to the school, to be able to have your visa process and all these things, you can get to college. Now, a lot of times too, we have to go in to help you find what your country has to offer based on their scholarships. Because for some countries, it doesn't matter where in the world you are, you belong to them. And you can apply for scholarships. You can get grants.
So you have a process, or persons like who have immigrated to the Bahamas but living here and attending school here can approach the consul and say, this is my situation. I want to further my education. I want to take advantage of opportunities that are awarded, and the consulars are able to help if they come and ask.
Even if they don't come and ask, because we have some of our top flyers that we know don't have Bahamian citizen, and we're going out there actively trying to find out, listen, what you could offer him, and what he could do while he's on campus to work to make a little bit of extra money to make sure that anything would fall through or doesn't come could happen. So we are actively talking to these college recruiters, trying to figure out how we're going to get all of our children to get where they want to go, not where we want their desire is. And sometimes that requires a lot of legwork.
I can imagine. A lot of driving around and calling.
A lot of begging. It ain't for us, it's for the child. So at the end of the day, he can need work visa. He may need 20 hours on campus that you can qualify for in the US, depending. So we have that conversation to see how best or which school is best for our students.
How active are consulars with the PTA?
We are very engaged with our PTAs. Oftentimes, you'll find at the schools that the counselors will run the pantry, which is where persons would donate items to the school. And for students who may not have snacks or may not have lunch and can't qualify for certain programs, the counselor would monitor that. And oftentimes, it's the PTA that helps to fund that, or persons in the parent community. Same thing with uniforms. We do uniform drives so that we can have extras. When you have students who are graduating sixth grade or transferring to another school, oftentimes the counselor would ask the parent, if you don't mind or you don't have anyone to pass them to, we could have them. Don't worry about washing them. We take them so oftentimes we go wash them and have them for when the students who may not have are in need, or maybe you have an accident, whatever the case may be. So oftentimes we are very engaged with the corporate Bahamas.
Good. I want to transition. I see the Prime Minister did a proclamation for you recently from the National School Counselors Week. Is going to be from February 1st to February 6th. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. And the Bahamas Association of School Counselors announces that February 18th and 19th is going to be some kind of conference?
Yes.
So let's talk about the proclamation.
Listen,
What's that about?
So excited. Internationally, the first week in February is School Counselors Week. So locally, the association, we wrote Honorable Prime Minister and asked.
You write the Prime Minister?
We wrote him.
My good Prime Minister, you are stressing. Go ahead.
Good. He's a good Prime Minister. And he proclaimed that the first week of February, the 1st to the 6th, would be recognized as National School Counselors Week, to recognize the work that counselors do in empowering, advocating, guiding the youth of the country. And we are opening our week with a church service.
Which day is the church service?
The church service is on February 1st, 9 a.m. at Living Waters Kingdom Ministries.
I know where Living Waters is.
Yes,
9 a.m.
Warren Street. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And
9 a.m.
that's a Sunday?
Yes, sir. Sunday.
Next thing. That's a church service, the first event.
Yes. So the first event is the church service. And then we have a week of activities for our counselors.
Now, when you say week activities, this is just, or this is for the public and private school counselors?
This is for public and private school counselors.
How did the private school counselors get involved in this organization?
Well, we had a membership drive, and so we sent out information to our counselors in the private schools, and they are able to register and become members of the association.
Now, the association has been around since 1982.
Yes.
You've been around from 82?
From 1982.
Let me count that. See, 90, then it's 2000. That's 20 odd, going on 30. No, that's 40.
43.
Ah,
We've been around for 43
that's
years.
a grown person.
Yes.
Okay.
I know why 43. So we've been around for quite a number of years, and the association initially was started by private school counselors. And the private school counselors formed the association so that we could have a better collaborative working unity with the private and public school counselors. That way we'd be able to share best practices. we'd be able to have conversations, confidential conversations, because you have children who leave government, go to private, who leave private, come to government, and they still need the help. Just because you changed venues doesn't mean that you don't need the help. So sometimes we have to ensure that you know that my child needs this a little extra. Also, it's another thing with the School Counseling Association is that we wrote to National School Counselors Week and what's coming up, informing them of the proclamation. Catholic board counselors are on board. Anglican board counselors are on board. Bahamas Academy's counselor is on board. The Baptist Academy.
Everybody coming to this thing.
Listen, our membership spans all of the education boards, and we are happy to know that we have a representative from each board, each area. Because we want to ensure that what we are doing for our children is one that everyone is doing. It's not this one doing that and the other one doing that. It's best practices that's happening all around.
So the association have meetings every so often and training and workshops and stuff like that?
Yes, we have meetings and we have professional development trainings every month.
Okay, we got to talk about that before we're going back to the event. But you introduce new things. I got to go back and explain. So what you mean every month? How you do that?
Oh, we do it virtually.
Okay.
We would have had Dr. Gregory Swan on doing a professional development. We would have had Dr.
Dietra
Bethel. We would have had the professor who is in nutritional development, CG Global Professional Development School.
Butler.
Dr. Butler.
Okay.
She would have done a session on our boys, our counseling the male child.
Yes, be different.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have quite a number of professional development sessions that we have, and then we have our general membership meeting where we talk about what's going on with the association, what's happening in terms of trending things, whether it's adverse childhood experiences, where we're talking about trauma-informed practices, whether we're looking at micro or macro, I don't want to say conflicts, but conflicts.
Conflict's a big issue here in the Bahamas. I understand. Let's go back to the proclamation and the week of activities. So far, we have Sunday.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I got to go on. Sunday, I get straight. We got Living Waters Church. That's 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which day that is again?
Sunday.
And that's all the concerts got to come?
All are invited.
Yeah.
All are invited?
Yes, all are invited.
A big event. You're wearing special colors and clothes? No, just come.
Just come
as you
to
are.
church. Yes, come to
okay.
church.
Okay, that's good. Any food afterwards? No, okay, just checking.
Sorry.
I like party. So go ahead. That's Sunday.
That's Sunday.
Give me the date again for Sunday.
Sunday, February 1st.
Okay.
Yes. As we said, we want our schools, they are given suggested activities to celebrate their counselor during the week. So on Monday, we want to amplify the counselor. There's also a special event that counselors will be going to. We will be visiting Government House on Monday. Yes. And on Tuesday.
So all the counselors who are invited
Yes.
can show up and go to Government House.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I wonder if they could have any food.
We didn't ask.
I ask for food every place I go. I just saying, especially people who the governor has money.
Yes.
Hey, man, treat us,
Yeah.
crackers of some sort. Go ahead, finish.
And
I'm sorry.
then Wednesday through Friday, we just want to amplify the counselors through gratitude, learning partnerships, and the future. And so we're also celebrating in Grand Bahama as well. So
Okay.
the counselors, they will be celebrating. And we have social media participation where they can download send out daily shout outs and also download photo props, just highlighting their school counselors.
Does the association, the Bahamas Association of School Counselors, have a social media or any type of landing page where I can get information from?
We do. We have a website. It's BasqueBahamas.org.
What do you mean by Basque?
BASC, Bahamas Association School Counselors, BasqueBahamas.org. And then we have our Facebook page, which is Bahamas Association of School Counselors. We are on Twitter. We're on X. We're on
you're all over the place.
Instagram.
Okay.
We're everywhere. You can find us.
And on these social media pages and website, what type of information can one find?
Oftentimes, we try to celebrate counselors. So we would put up information in reference to what's trending in counseling. We'd put up information in reference to what our partners are doing. We do have official partners that have partnered with the Bahamas Association of School Counselors, because I'm sure you've never heard any counselor association been around asking to raise funds to have money to do this. So whenever we are afforded or given something, it's often something that a partner would have done for us, and we're happy to talk about it. Maybe a partner is doing something. I know the other day, when one of the universities was down, they were having their open house for parents. We sent out the information, we sent out blasts, we sent out information in reference to if there's any physical discipline versus self-discipline information that our parents need. So we send out different things.
I have when people text me trying to get information. That's why I'm texting back and forth.
We do have a dedicated number.
Yeah, tell me the number.
829.
Do you have an office?
No, we don't.
So
We don't have
okay.
an office.
So this is where you station at. The people call you.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
829-2272. And our goal is to ensure that that'll work for our students, that we can help our children find any support. So we work closely with Charlotte Knowles Thompson agencies. And the reason we partnered with her is because she doesn't charge the children. What she's doing is something that I should really be doing, but she has an in that I don't have. So when there's something extra that I need that I don't know, I call and I'm like, listen, I need to know who have this or who has that, because she's an educational consultant. We have other persons that also assist us, Dr. Monique Kinsey. We have quite a number of other organizations that we would steer students to. Now, Bahamians, like, they don't think free things always is the good thing. So sometimes they will know.
I like free things.
Sometimes they will know who they could go to, and they may have to pay a little fee because they don't always think the free things is the best thing. So we also have other persons who we can steer them to if they want someone who's going to be wholly and solely dedicated to that college research matching. And then we have persons or some universities that are always interested in supporting anything that we do in terms of our children. So, for example, we have University of Missouri St. Louis, who is one of our sponsors for the conference. Every time they come down to do their parent nights, to provide information, they are avid to send us that so we can get it out to the parents. So the parents can come out and hear what all it is that they have to offer. We often do presentations from other colleges who are interested in sharing out the information. For example, there's a medical school in Guyana that we recently learned about that we hadn't known about before. It's only been around about 15 years.
I've been watching Guyana, and it's cheaper. We need to take advantage of that. We're going to take a quick commercial break, right? I know that the conference and the week of activities have different themes.
Yes.
And I want you to make sure, explain the theme. Tell me what the themes are.
Okay.
And explain what the themes means to listen audience. This is Guardian Radio AM. Of course, this is CA Newry. I have the Bahamas Association of School Counselors in studio. And I have the president, Miss Jania Pratt-Ramming. I pronounce your first name? Jamia. I just won't get it correct. Who's the president of the association. And I have her vice president, Miss Tiffany Barr. They're in studio and they're explaining that they have a week of events and they also have a conference. And I'm learning all kind of new things about what are the duties and the responsibilities of a counselor. I feel that, man, if I was young now, I'd be more prepared because y'all doing all kind of activities. Yeah, I'm impressed.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Just sign in and have a seat, please. They'll call you in for your x-ray.
Why they call it a waiting room. You won't have that problem at 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor. We never schedule multiple appointments, so you'll be in and out in no time. And if your initial screening reveals a concern, our radiologist can conduct an alternative screening right then and there. Call 328-8157 to schedule an appointment at 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor today.
Girl, Junior just showed me Bella Boy in his phone.
What you mean? He take picture of that good-for-nothing boy?
Shh, you don't want Bella here. You say that. You know she always say that's my good child.
So what he doing in Junior phone?
Oh, he there because the police looking for him. He on their wanted list.
Wanted persons in your phone now?
Yes, child. And when police want to find anybody quick, after something happen, they can send picture direct to your phone. Go to Google Play or App Store and search for Crack Crime Bahamas. Then pick install and it will go straight to your phone.
There is also a section on missing persons?
nonsense?
Yes, girl, everybody needs to get this app so police can tell us right away when these people go missing. Just like an alert system.
Yes, it has numbers for Crime Stoppers Bahamas, so you can call and nobody knows it's you. Call directly to Miami and give the information without giving your name or anything about you. I tried the other day, and when I hear Junior and his boys talking about where they hide those guns, I walk quick round the corner and call that number.
77 from Nassau, 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Welcome back to Guardian Radio AM. Of course, I'm speaking with Miss Jamia Pratt-Raming, who's the president of the Bahamas Association of School Counselors. They're having a week of activities. That's February 1st through February. Go ahead, Mr. President.
February 1st through 6th.
Yes. And then also they're having a conference that they have teachers counselors from around the Bahamas come in and speak and learn new concepts, I guess. Are you a union, by the way?
No, we're not. We're not a union. The Bahamas Association of School Counselors is just a national professional body representing school counselors across the Bahamas. Like I said earlier, we were founded in 1982, and the purpose is to allow greater collaboration. We promote school counseling, the school counseling profession. We advocate for ethical and professional practices in school counseling, and we want to empower our counselors with the knowledge, skills, and resources to strengthen both themselves professionally and, most importantly, our students across the schools.
And it sounds like the students come first.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm impressed with that. I want to hear about this conference.
Okay.
Okay. Like I asked previously, always have that same refrain. The private school coming to this conference too?
Yes, and guess what?
Guess what? I guessing.
The private schools were the first to pay.
Oh, they good.
What?
So this conference you got to pay.
What?
So let's start talking about this conference, and now anyone who's listening can still attend and pay for this counseling conference.
Yes.
Okay, let's start off with that. First, when is the conference?
The conference is February 18th and 19th.
February, just 2-day conference then.
Yes, and we're holding the conference at the British Colonial Hotel.
Oh, fancy.
Yes, we are fancy.
Food could be at this one?
Food is going to be to this one.
Okay.
Food could be to this one.
Okay.
And our theme, like earlier, our theme for National School Counselors Week is Change Agents, Amplifying Student Success. And that is a special theme. The international theme for School Counselors Week, which is the same week, is Amplifying Student Success. The Bahamas Association of School Counselors added Change Agents, because that's what we are. So our theme for next week, School Counselors Week is next week.
School Counselors Week is next week.
Is Change Agents, Amplifying Student Success.
Okay.
Now, for our conference, our theme is Change Agents, Empowering Futures. Our themes and our topics are going to look at different things that we need to know as counselors to ensure that we're able to empower our students. We're going to be looking at trauma-informed practices, making sure that our counseling services are looking at the fact that children are coming to us with different traumatic experiences, different adverse childhood experiences. And we are looking at it from a framework that ensures that we are dealing with what it is that they're presenting, not just what may be trending. We'll also be looking at adolescent mental health and how to properly refer and receive assistance from our local professionals within the Department of Health, and that would be the Community Counseling and Assessment Center, which comes underneath Sandlands Rehabilitation Center. Because like I would have said earlier, we are the talk therapy experts, but if it's something that's beyond our scope, we then have to refer that out to the professionals. We also will have a disability and inclusion segment, because disabilities isn't just always what you can see, right? Mental health is a disability. So we have to be able to take into account and to be able to frame our services to ensure that all students are getting what it is that they need to thrive. We have a career and readiness segment, that's going to speak to children, our students being able to academically perform in school to their ability level, not what would we think it should be, not what the expectation is, but what it is that they can do, and then help to push them if that's what they need, or help them to find the resource or services that they may need to receive additional support. There'll also be a part of it that talks about career, that talks about the fact that since COVID to now, so many new jobs have come about that we would have never thought about before. So we have to keep ourselves educated on not just that old set of careers, but we need to know what's new, what's trending, what's happening, and how to steer our students into areas that
AI.
Definitely, how to steer our students into areas that is of interest to them. And then we also will have a segment that's going to speak specifically to the professional counselor and how you continue to do lifelong learning, how you continue to upskill to make sure that you are always relevant to each generation that's coming.
So
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I won't interrupt you. I won't get all the information out.
I was going to say that we have international and local presenters.
Oh, tell me who the presenters are.
We have our local presenters, Dr. Monique Kinsey. She's the former administrator of the Public School Scholars Program, so she has lots of insight and knowledge when it comes to helping children find money. She was the director there at Life with Key Foundation at one point in time as well. We have Miss Erin Brown, our Paralympian. She's the Disability and Inclusion Specialist. We have Dr. Parker from CCAC. And our international presenters, we have Dr. Sylvia Albatrova from Barry University and Dr. Reggie Hill from the University of Missouri St. Louis.
It's a comprehensive seminar type thing you'll have it.
Yes, and school counselors are hosting it, but anyone that works with youth that can benefit from...
You didn't tell me that.
I'm telling you now, anybody, because I got a message this morning asking me why we so exclusive.
Exclusive?
We only letting the counselors come. Any youth workers that can benefit from this information, anyone working with our children who this information is going to help you serve them better, you're more than welcome to attend.
Okay, let's talk about price.
Yes.
And I can talk about parking, because I'm pretty sure how much parking I know about them things too. So let's go with price.
Okay, so the conference, the 2-day conference, including food,
including
parking.
Includes parking?
Including parking.
Okay.
Including all of your goodies and giveaways.
Your goodies and giveaways included?
Goodies and giveaways. We professional. They think they went to AFCD.
You all have any like pen and pad and stuff?
We got pen, we got bag, we got T-shirts.
You know, when I go to conferences, I take all that with me.
Yeah, you're going to have to take it with you.
Just making sure.
Because that means I have to tote it all.
Okay, good.
But all of these things, everything is only $190 for the
That's not bad. That's nice. For all 2 days?
2 days.
Yeah.
In the air condition.
And plus food?
And food.
Okay.
Yes.
And I get tote bag and goodie bags too?
Yes.
And just $190?
And I had someone call me yesterday and say, listen, I have some extra things for you to put in them bags. They should be here next. They should be here next week.
In time?
Yeah.
Just to put inside the tote bag? To put
inside those bags. So we want to encourage persons who were thinking about registering, haven't done it yet. There's still time. You can still register.
Where do I register?
We have a registration link that you can access on our website, BASCH, B-A-S-C-H, Bahamas.org. And once you complete the registration link, we will email you all of the information that you need in order to make your payment or schedule a pickup, whatever it is. You can transfer to the account, whatever it is you'd want to do for your attendance at our... And registration is important because I don't like when people spell my name wrong, and I will make sure I spell your name right on your badge. Don't you?
Oh, you get a badge too?
Yeah, you get a badge too.
Yeah. So for $190 for the 2-day conference, which is the 18th and 19th, get free. I mean, we're all included. It's a free word.
Included.
But don't look at me like that, bro.
Included.
They're all included.
Meals for both days.
Meals for both days.
Tea breaks for both days.
Okay, it can start at 9 o'clock.
Yes,
so I can need some tea and some donuts and things.
Something.
And go ahead. And then the conference starts.
And when the conference starts, when you come in from registration, you're going to get your registration gift, which, it's not a gift, right? It's included. It's the bag and your pens and your lanyard. You're going to get your notebook. You're going to get your, one of our sponsors is actually sending over a tote bag from their school and a T-shirt from their school. So you're going to get two bags
yes, really
and a T-shirt.
Thanks.
You're getting things. And there's also those additional goodies that I told you I'm going to get next week. So I'm not too sure what they is.
Yeah.
But she was like, oh, you're going to love them. You're going to love them. Some affirmation stuff and
Nice.
things like that. Then parking is included.
Parking.
When we went to the Hilton, we said to them, now listen, we need nobody saying they ain't coming because they can't find nowhere to park.
Plus teachers on the budget.
And parking is included in the cost of the registration. And a good time. We guarantee you have a good time.
9 to 3.
9 to 3.
Regular school day
Regular
type thing.
school day.
Good.
And it's planned on the Ministry of Education's professional development days to ensure that our students don't lose a minute with their counselor.
We have 30 seconds. Tell me everything in 30 seconds.
Okay, in 30 seconds, we are so excited to be able to have our conference. We want to thank our sponsors, University of Missouri St. Louis, Texalia, American University out of Guyana, and Arawak Port Development Company. We want to say thank you to you. You made it possible for the fee to be so much less than a conference normally would be for 2 days. And we want to say that we encourage all counselors to get on board, speak to your principals. Maybe there's something in the budget they could work out if you can't afford it, because we don't make that much money.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to seeing all of you, and we want to say thank you so much, Mr. Newry, for having us on today.
It's a pleasure. That's Miss Jamia Pratt Raman, who's the president of the Bahamas Association of School Counselors, and she's here with Miss Tiffany Barr, vice president of the Bahamas Association of School Counselors, and they having that change agent empowering the future as a conference, and change agents amplifying student success.
Yes.
I think I got two of them right.
You did.
Have a wonderful day. This has been Guardian Radio AM with C.A. Newry. God bless.
Thank you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.